Hey TCSTV viewers, it's Dave and Evelyn from the Camera Store, and today we have a hands-on preview of Sony's latest a7S III. We've been waiting a long time for Sony to give us a successor to the very popular a7S II. Videographers are going to love this camera. It can record 4K slow motion with continuous tracking autofocus and eye detection at 60p and 120p internally in 422 10-bit. It maximizes a new backside illuminated full-frame sensor that is optimized for low light sensitivity with larger pixels. It's only 12 megapixels, which is low by today's standards, but perfect when 4K video is the priority, as it allows for fast readout speed and managed power usage.
I, for one, know some video guys that are thrilled about the autofocus performance on this camera. Not only does it have Sony's 759 phase detection autofocus points, but that continuous tracking autofocus for the video modes is a really big deal, especially being able to shoot slow-mo video with the continuous tracking autofocus. And as Brendan was telling me today, it took a little bit of time to get used to trusting the autofocus system. We're always used to racking manual focus for all our videos, but once you get the hang of it and you're able to shoot with it, it gives you some new creative possibilities and opens up the doors for how you can get those shots. Sometimes with these camera releases, I get most excited about some of the small details, and Sony's done a few things that I think are going to be exciting for the whole lineup down the road. The number one thing is the brand new menu system. They threw away the old one and they rebuilt it from the ground up. And this is exciting because the old system was just so clunky and hard to find things in it. This is much more linear, and we found even this morning picking it up, it was intuitive, we could find where everything was, and it's just a much better system, and we won't harp on Sony for their menu systems anymore. Oh, I should also mention that you can now go through that menu system using the touchscreen. On all the previous Sony models, you could only do autofocus selection on the touchscreen, and so we can now actually go through the menu and have that more modern experience. And it's the first one in the A7 lineup to have a fully articulating screen that goes off on the hinge to the side, and so that's great for video and another very smart move. Lastly, I'm very excited about the new OLED electronic viewfinder. It's 9.44 million dots, which is an extremely high-resolution electronic viewfinder. The refresh rate is up to 120p, and you can also dim it down to 60p. We found when we were shooting with it, it was very bright and brilliant. However, while you're shooting video, it's not quite as smooth, so it's doing something there. We're not sure if this is a pre-production thing, but overall, this is a stunning electronic viewfinder, especially when you're playing back your footage.
Sony has a new cooling structure built into the a7S III. Now, it works in all modes, and this is fantastic. If you're an event videographer or you're covering some corporate events that are much longer than that 2959 limit, we don't have to worry about that anymore. This camera will handle it. The a7S II was a great camera, but it was notorious for rolling shutter. The brand new sensor on here, it's a backside illuminated sensor, has double the readout speed of the a7S II. Now, the other thing I'm very interested in seeing is the claim of this camera having 15 plus stops of dynamic range.
With this video release, we were all hoping to see some enhancements with the in-body image stabilization. The classic 5-axis image stabilization is good, and Sony's also added their active digital stabilization with the gyro adjustments. And so this is the same as the ZV-1. It does have a crop. However, it's nice to have when you're doing handheld shooting. Admittedly, we did most of our shoot today using a gimbal, but anytime you wanted to go off the gimbal and do some handheld shooting, it was nice to be able to go into that active stabilization mode. I think that one of the exciting things is the battery life is good on this camera, and it's nice that you can charge and power the camera using USB-C.
That is fantastic. Now, something that's new for me is a brand new card format. I know, everybody's going, great, another new card format. I already have 15 different ones in my cupboard as it is. But I am excited about this one. This one uses the brand new SD CF Express Type A style card. Now, it's about the same size and shape of an SD card, and that's very cool because the dual card slots on this camera can accept either or card.
Yes, Sony also has you covered when it comes to audio recording. Not only do we have a headphone jack to monitor the audio as well as a microphone jack, but you can also plug in Sony's optional XLR adapter, and you can get up to 4 separate channels for audio recording.
In our workflow, for instance, this is an excellent option. We run lav mics on each one of us. We can both feed them into the same camera.
The other thing we're excited about is, of course, the new processor. And this processor is able to make all of the video features that we've talked about happen, including the continuous tracking autofocus and the ability to shoot the 4K full pixel readout without binning or line skipping for nice smooth video.
Yeah, I'm wondering if our videographer Brendan's going to jump ship and he's going to try this camera out as our new go-to camera.
Of course, we want to know, what do you guys think of all this footage that we've shot? What do you think of the Porsche video and the camera, of course, itself? Let us know by commenting below.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram.
And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so we can catch you again very soon.
Thank you so much for watching our video. If you want to check out our latest videos, click right up here. If you want to check out some of the gear used in the video, click down here.